What's going on, everyone? It's Josh Rips. Today we're doing something a little different. With NFL free agency heating up, I wanted to make some predictions on where the top quarterback free agents could land this offseason. Quarterback movement can completely change the landscape of the league, and honestly, it can also have a big impact on the sports card market. So today I'm going to give you my predictions for 6 big name quarterbacks and where I think they'll end up. Let's get into it. First up, we have Aaron Rodgers. My prediction is pretty simple. I think Rodgers either returns to Pittsburgh or he retires. At this stage of his career, I don't really see Rodgers bouncing around the league trying to start over with a completely new team. If he's going to come back for another season, it will probably be in the situation where he already feels comfortable, and Pittsburgh gives him that. Another interesting factor is that Mike McCarthy is now the head coach of the Steelers. Rodgers and McCarthy spent many years together with the Green Bay Packers, and they even won a Super Bowl together. That type of familiarity can be huge for a veteran quarterback late in his career. So when I look at the Rodgers situation, I really think there's only 2 outcomes. He returns to Pittsburgh for one more run, or he decides to retire. Next up is Kyler Murray. I think Kyler could end up with the New York Jets. The Jets have been searching for their franchise quarterback for what feels like forever. They've tried different veterans, they've tried young quarterbacks, and nothing has really struck long term. Kyler brings something completely different to the table. His mobility, arm strength, and big playability could immediately change the dynamic of that offense. And in a place like New York, if you win, you instantly become a star. This would definitely be a high risk, high reward move, but that's exactly the kind of swing the Jets need to take. Next up is Geno Smith. My prediction is that Geno lands with the Minnesota Vikings, but I don't necessarily see him coming in as the long-term starter. Instead, Geno could be brought in to mentor and back up J.J. McCarthy. McCarthy might be the future in Minnesota, but having a veteran quarterback behind him would be valuable. Geno has experienced just about everything in the NFL, and he could really help guide a young quarterback through those early stages of his career. Another option here might be Kirk Cousins returning, but if Cousins came back, Vikings fans might quickly turn on McCarthy if he struggles early. Geno provides that veteran presence without creating that same pressure from the fan base. Next up, we have Tua Tagovailoa, and I think he could land with the Atlanta Falcons. This actually makes a lot of sense for a few reasons. First, playing in the NFC South and in a dome stadium could really benefit Tua. Weather becomes much less of a factor, and we know Tua thrives when he can get the ball out quickly and keep the offense moving. Another interesting factor is the system fit alongside Michael Penix Jr. Both quarterbacks are left-handed, which might sound like a small detail, but it actually affects offensive line protections and play design. So if Penix were to struggle and the team decided to make a change, the offense wouldn't have to completely adjust. This could help the team maintain rhythm. Next up is Malik Willis. I think he could end up with the Miami Dolphins. The main reason here is familiarity. The new Dolphins front office and coaching staff have connections to Willis from Green Bay. When a coaching staff already believes in a player's talents and knows how to use him, that can make a huge difference. Willis has elite athletic ability and upside, so if Miami believes they can develop him, he could be a really intriguing addition. The only question here might be price. If another team offers him more money or a bigger opportunity, Miami might have a tough time competing with that. Last but not least, we have Kirk Cousins. My prediction is that Cousins signs with the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are a team that feel like they're built to compete right now. They have one of the best defenses in football and a roster that can win games immediately if they get solid quarterback play. Cousins might not be flashy, but he's consistent, experienced, and productive. For a team like Cleveland that just needs stability at quarterback, he could be the perfect fit. So these are my predictions for where some of the top quarterbacks could land in free agency. But now I want to hear from you. Which of these moves do you think actually happens, and which quarterback landing spot would shock the league the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy sports card investing, football talk, and UFC content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. This is Josh Rips, and I'll catch you on the next one.